And good morning. It's 7:03 on this Friday, June 26th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
4th of July and the veterans, I think. Coleman and Company, hello, everybody. We welcome you on a Friday morning. Having fun here before the program starts, but we are glad to have you. Glad to see the sun shining this morning. And here in the good old summertime, we're on the air for Wilson Bank and Trust. And this morning, here to do the commercial, John Presley. And John, good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
John Presley is Executive Vice President and loan officer, and has just recently, very recently, moved to the main office at 623 West Main, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, if you're lending money, you probably make all kinds of loans, and I would imagine that's mainly what you want to talk about this morning.
Yes, sir. I was going to let everybody know we do have some loan specials going on running through about September. We've got a really good construction rate at 3.69. I've got some purchase money as well as first liens, small land. We can do some specials on that. And then also on the commercial side, we do have some investment property that we can do, some owner occupied specials as well. So we've got it kind of all around the board there. So if you got any lending needs, we'll take it.
All right, let's talk about you a little bit. How long have you been with the bank?
A little over 8 years.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What did you do when you first began?
Well, I first started as a teller at the Walmart office, kind of worked my way up there, went to the head teller and then the assistant manager position. In January of last year, I took over the 109 office out at the Leeville area, and then just like I said last week, made the move to the main office. So,
well, when you were a teller, I don't guess you were lending money at that time.
I was for a little while actually, but not under my actual own number. I was lending under my mentor's number there. So there towards the end,
I guess it would be correct to say that the Walmart branch was a good learning experience.
It was definitely a good learning experience. You learn a lot there that you don't learn anywhere else. That's for sure. Yes, sir.
Different hours too.
Yes, sir. That office is open from 10 to 7 Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturdays. So it's nice to get into those normal hours now as well.
Well, how did you find the Leeville community?
I found it really well. I felt like I was pretty accepted over there and built some good relationships over there. So it was sad to leave that, but obviously on to a bigger opportunity, I believe. So
yeah. Well, you were telling me you were born here. In fact, your father used to umpire some of the ball games that even my sons played in up at Baird Park.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Been here my whole life. Mom and Dad, Mike and Cindy, of course, were teachers out at Southside for years, and I'm sure a lot of people know them as well.
Does it help lending money if you have your roots here and some people find out you're doing that, maybe come and see you rather than somebody else?
I believe so. That's always good. We're kind of a relationship bank, so we like to build those relationships, and it's always nice to have some common ground there.
And interest rates are just, if your credit is any good at all, you're going to get just a tremendous, well, actually, if you make a loan properly, you can say it this way, you're going to get a great rate. And if your credit is really good, you might even get an even greater rate.
Right, absolutely. I know prime rate, which we lend off of at Wilson Bank, is the lowest it's been since 2008. So it's looking at about 3.25%. I know the secondary market financing is actually a little lower than that at sometimes. So,
do you make do you specialize in a particular thing, or do you make all kinds of loans?
Really? I will do any type of loan except for our long-term fixed rate. That's secondary market. So I would pass you to somebody else there, but any kind of commercial or consumer needs, I can handle at the office. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. What
are you lending money for maybe the most right now? Just out of curiosity. I mean, we have people that are moving in here, buying homes. I'm sure that there's that. People want boats or cars or whatever.
Yeah, we've got a lot of construction lending going on right now. That's kind of our bread and butter at Wilson Bank. But also we do see a lot of home equity lines are coming in right now. We have a no origination fee on those home equity lines, and the special capture closing cost at $500. So we're seeing a lot of that walk in right now.
You have any idea, you think interest rates are going to, from what I hear, it sounds like they're going to remain low for a good while, but you never know.
Yeah, we never know, but that's kind of our thought as well. They're kind of remain low for now. We're not hearing anything about any rates raising, but again, that's all up in the air, not our decision there.
Some people will, what's the word I'm looking for, or you refinance your home or whatever. What do y'all?
Just a refinance, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
But because even though there's a fee involved to do that, a lot of people will save money in the long run simply because the rate they're paying is quite a bit higher than what they can get one for.
Right. I've got a customer right now that's we're looking at saving about at least a little over a point right now just from his initial financing back in February of 19. So those rates have dropped quite a bit.
A year and a half.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's definitely going to save a little money in the long run.
And so you think, well, it doesn't get any better.
That's exactly right. So, like I said, if you've got any kind of rate around the 4% range on the secondary market, like I said, they're a little lower there, and they can save you some money for sure.
And sometimes people maybe will change the length of their loan too, which I guess.
I was going to say, with that lower rate, a lot of people are dropping from that 30-year rate to maybe a 15 or 20-year rate and still paying about the same, maybe a couple $100 more a month. So,
well, we thank you for being with us this morning. John Presley, who's now at the main office of Wilson Bank and Trust, loan officer and assistant vice president. Good to see you today, and hope you lend a lot of money.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
All right. Wilson Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. They're still here, still independent, still committed to you. Excellence in banking since 1987. Do you want me to have your card? Or you want?
You can take it with you.
All right, John. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I will put it in my file. I've got a big file of cards for Wilson Bank and Trust. We never know who's coming out here on Friday morning, but I've met a lot of people over the years. Anyway, we're ready to get started with my guest this morning. Tom Loftus has been on my program a number of times and is, I guess, a name that people are hearing more of from time to time with some of the work that he does in helping people. And don't let the title of his group deter you too much here. Tom, good morning, first of all.
How you doing, Coleman?
I'm doing well. Loud and obnoxious.
Loud and obnoxious.
Where'd you come up with that?
I don't know. I kind of am loud and obnoxious sometimes, and we thought that was a good, catchy name for our new club that we started. It's only been it's be a year old next month.
Yeah.
So you got to be something, I guess.
All right, you've got Dave Slover is
Yes,
here.
sir.
Dave, good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
Our program. We have Tom Bell as well, and Tom, say hello to everybody.
Good morning.
Now, you said about a year that, and you were with another group.
Yes, sir.
But you said two groups. That's what we were talking about when the on-air light came on this morning. You could do more with two groups than one could do, perhaps.
Yeah, you can cover more ground with different groups, I guess, is our thinking anyway. And so far, it's worked out really well. As you know, I was president of the Goodwill Cruisers at one point, and then, we decided that we could do more community service by having two groups instead of one. So that's what we did.
How did this all start? I mean, you have to make a living, and yet you're out here. Different people come up a special cause or a special need, and you've called me, want to come and talk about a fundraiser or a get together or something you're doing to help a cause.
Right.
What brought all that on?
Coleman, basically, when my mom was living, she's like, man, I'm so proud for you helping people, and we helped a lot of people. And then, that kind of what keeps me going, because I want my mom to be proud of me. Yeah. And I also want to help the community where I can. I mean, I've been here since 1968, and, that's a long time. And I basically live in the same house that I was raised in over on Murfreesboro Road. And I'm blessed to be able to have my own business where I can devote a lot of time to help things like the muscular dystrophy, sick kids, and veterans. Yeah. That's our main focus. When the tornadoes come through, our club was over cutting trees. We had one of our club members, we had a veteran whose house was torn up. They were still living in it. We had one of our club members donate a camper trailer for them to live in. 100%, he gave it to them. There you go. Signed the title over. There it is. We got our junior cruisers for the kids. I mean, without the junior cruisers, you'd be surprised how much work them kids can do. Honestly, they was over pulling limbs and all this and that, and we're kind of mentoring to the kids to try to show them, let's try to do a little good for your community.
We need to go to a break in rather quickly here, but before we do, sometimes people leave us, and I want to know the main thing you've got coming up we need to talk about this morning.
The main thing we got coming up right now is tomorrow we got Flex for a Cause in honor of Braden Lee, Tom Bell's son, who passed away at 13 from muscular dystrophy. We're keeping his legacy alive. This is our second annual Flex for a Cause show at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. I'll let Tom tell you about all he's got going on because he got me a list and it was 5 pages long. So
do it right.
That's right. But Tom Bell has put in a lot of work for this Flex show.
Okay, what time does it start?
It officially starts at 10.
In the
For
morning.
10 till 5, and then we got an after party at 5. Hayden Kaufman's going to be playing free concerts. It is free unless you enter your car. You can come walk in for free and enjoy all the fun.
Okay, all that tomorrow starting at 10 o'clock at the Ag Center, the fairgrounds.
At the Fiddler's Grove.
Fiddler, okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, if you find the fairgrounds, you can find
That's
it.
right.
That's it.
You'll
That's
see us.
it. That's
All
it.
right. We'll take a break right here and more with Tom, Dave, and Tom. 2 Toms here this morning. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:14. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Absolute Kubota and Rental. Large inventory of new and used Kubota mowers, RTVs, hay equipment, and more. Come in Saturday. Free popcorn. Check out the new Kubota products. 1325 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Watching traffic volume increase quite a bit on 40 East out of Dixon County up past 840 through Kingston Springs. We've seen a couple of wrecks out here. Most have been minor at this point. Still light to moderate coming down Vietnam Vets right now through Hendersonville, making your way towards Conference Drive there, getting on to 65 going south. If your glasses are always fogging up, the answer is Zipwax Anti-Fog Cleaner. Voted one of the best products under $20. Log on to zipwaxantifogcleaner.com. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
She's taken care of you your whole life. Now it's your turn to take care of her. But with a family of your own and other responsibilities, there just aren't enough hours in the day. That's why it might be time to call the Pavilion Senior Living. From bathing, dressing, housekeeping, and meals, the Pavilion Senior Living is committed to being senior living you can trust for your loved one. Find out more at pavilionseniorliving.com or call 444-5556. That's 444-5556.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us. Our thanks to Tom Loftus and Dave Slover and Tom Bell for being my guests this morning. The loud and obnoxious crew. Now, are there others that are part of the group? It's more than just the 3 of you.
Oh yeah, we got 67 members right now, and we got a
we
bunch.
won't ask you today.
That's it. But Coleman, we did move our crews in down to the Lebanon Outlet Mall, try to help the mall grow a little bit. We have city limits on Friday nights. They got all-you-can-eat catfish. You might want to come down and get you some of that. It is very good. We do that until Halloween, and then we do our trunk or treat to kind of sum up the year and try to give the kids a lot of candy and sugar. We do. We got cotton candy, snow cones, popcorn, free to the kids. So we get them all sugared up and send them home. So we ain't got to watch them. But we've been hitting this Flex for a Cause show pretty hard here lately. We've got a motorcycle that's been donated. We're going to try to give away and a lot of different things, activities for everybody. If you come, you're definitely going to see a show like you've never seen before because of all the effort that Tom Bell's put into it.
All right, and again, it's tomorrow from 10 to 5 at the at Fiddler's Grove Ag Center.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And if you want to come and register your car, we'll be there probably at 6 in the morning. Come on, we'll get you in there, where you can get you a good parking spot in the shade. And
We've got a breakfast food truck there, so you ain't got to worry about grabbing breakfast on the way.
Well, you lost your son, and in muscular dystrophy, then is a cause. I guess you really are beating the drum for.
Absolutely. When my son was 10 years old, he knew that he was going to pass. And so he said he wanted to do something to help the other kids in the families. And so he started participating in research studies with doctors, some of which he was the first participant ever. And the last 3 years of his life, that's what he did. He participated in these studies. And when he passed away, we didn't want to let what he started die with him. You know, he may have lost his battle, but we're going to continue to fight the war. Yeah. And so that's how he laid the groundwork for Flex without even knowing it.
But and you're talking about from 10 to 13 here.
Yes, sir.
3 or 4 years of his life, the last 3 or 4 years of his life here. What can an 11 or 12-year-old do?
Basically, for lack of better terms, he was a guinea pig.
Yeah.
You know, any study medications or whatever else, they would try to see, and you know, they would administrate it and see what the, you know, changes were, any results or whatever along the way that may move the studies forward to progress towards a cure or a path of treatment, because right now there is none. Mm-hmm. They are making progress, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, to continue to raise funds to generate more research and to help the families and the kids that are suffering with one of the 43 neuromuscular diseases.
So the Loud and Obnoxious is going to be doing all they can to raise all they can for muscular dystrophy with this event tomorrow.
Yes,
now, Thomas said that you had 5 pages.
Man, Coleman, I tell you what, I can guarantee that if you come to this event, there will be something there for you. We've got so many vendors that have jumped on board to come and set up bundt cakes, candles, crafts, handmade jewelry, the food vendors, anything from a deep fried Snickers to a walking taco. We've got it. We've got award-winning country music artist Karen Waldrop. We're gonna park her tour bus right up front and center. She's going to be performing on stage. Country music artist Hayden Kaufman is going to be performing at the end of the event. We're just going to have an all-out concert. Second time around, local band is going to be playing. Morning Farm Reports, another local band, and we've got entertainment throughout the day.
Are these people donating their time?
Yes.
Well, that's good. That
Absolutely.
If they're doing that, the more that come and the more that participate, the more you got for muscular dystrophy.
Absolutely. We had Vanderbilt on board. They was going to fly in live flight, because of the whole COVID thing, you know, they said they want to come in next year, right. and I understand.
Yeah. Well, our social distancing, is that going to be required, a problem, or
it's not going to be a problem. We have strategically placed the vendors and the food vendors and stuff to where it's all open air, and we've got them spread apart, so nobody's going to have to congregate up. If somebody wants to come and wear a mask, they're more than welcome to wear a mask. It's not a problem at all. We will be sanitizing everything. We have a sanitation crew that we're paying to keep the any touch surfaces sanitized, and the restrooms and everything.
Okay. And of course, this is going to be in Fiddler's Grove. Now, how big an area is this going to take up?
The entire Grove and some of the fairgrounds.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got a car hauler coming in with a NASCAR car, and we've got a driver there that's going to be signing autographs. And like I said, so much. I mean, we've got vacations to Africa that's been donated. New Zealand, Florida. We've got tool sets that, you know, the combination between, we had Matco Tools and Mac Tools donate tool sets that retail value is over $1,000 each.
Wow. Well, and admission is free. Now, what about the car show?
It's $20 to enter the car. We are going to be taking donations because we are trying to raise the most amount of money. Our goal this year is $50,000. Actually,
you are hoping to raise $50,000 tomorrow, or with whatever has already been contributed. But for this event, $50,000.
For this event, I want $50,000. Coleman, that's a doable. I mean, we raised $32,000 at Snow White for little Braden Brown. The little boy had the skin disease, and one day we just put this out here. Dave's went around to BJ's Trailer Sales, Snow White, bunch of different businesses, and he's already collected more than what we raised last year in just donations. So we're looking to raise $50,000.
Oh, you're serious?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's let Dave talk a little bit. You were telling us during the break here about the generosity and the willingness of people to contribute.
You know, Coleman, the best thing that we do have is our community. And just to, you know, go on a heavy note, and thanking all of our community. I know, there's so many different sponsors that we've had and too many to list. I mean, some of the big ones that we have here in Lebanon are, DZ Customs, BJ Trailers. I mean, and they're donating. Fraser Motor Company was one of them as well. I mean, Fraser Motor Company's been in Lebanon since '76. And, for them to have the generosity just to be a part of that at a last minute thing, I walked in and I said, hey, would you guys be willing to be a part of this? And if you don't ask, you don't get. And that's the best thing. If you got people out there able to go out there and actually just talk to people about this event, it's going to grow just on its own.
And you evidently are pretty good at talking and soliciting, if that's the right word.
I think I have the gift of gab, and I can say that. And, I don't meet a stranger. There's different walks of life and different strokes for different folks. And it's just one of those things. You got to know how to shift gears from a little old lady to a young kid.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and you don't have a problem with that.
Not at all. Not at all.
It doesn't bother you to go ask somebody to contribute.
No. And it's either, and we got, my son, I want to put him on a pedestal a little bit with something that he did. We went down to Frankie's Cafe, and long story short, he was talking about Frankie's biscuits and gravy. And he said, I wouldn't care if this was $50, and I would still pay for it. And he told that to Frankie. Well, Frankie went ahead and gave my son some money to go ahead and, pick him out a toy or something like that at the store. My son turned around and went ahead and bought donation stuff for the car shows and donated it to the club.
How about that?
And the best thing in me, that's the kind of stuff that we're putting into our junior cruisers. Is seeing it in the heart and the giving factor of, we just got something given to us by the grace of God. Now go ahead and let's bless somebody else and pay it forward.
All right. Well, great comments here. But I guess was a little bit astounded when you said your goal was $50,000.
That's what we want.
Sound like you're well on your way, though.
We're going to hit it hard. We're going and we're going to do it. I mean, I can feel it coming. You can get those feelings, and with all the support that we've had from our community, I can see it coming, Coleman.
Let me ask this, Tom Bell. You plan to do this every year?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And come up with all you can here locally for Muscular Dystrophy Association.
Absolutely, and we're reaching out. I mean, we've got a product line now. We've got because we got Flex registered and trademarked, and we're introducing a product line. Like, this hat is our first product that we've got out. I've gotten phone calls from the other end of the country ordering. So they've already heard about Flex across the country, ordering T-shirts, ordering hats, and making donations.
Well, I got to admire the work that you do, but I mean your vision and how you've put all this together, and really how far you've come.
We've grown so much since last year. I mean, 500% over last year already.
Wow. Well, we got a couple of minutes left. Again, it's what are you calling this?
Flex for a Cause.
Okay, you said that once. I didn't catch up. Flex for a Cause. It is tomorrow, 10 to 5 at the Ward Ag Center, Fiddler's Grove, and there's no admission charge. But donations are very much accepted and welcome and encouraged.
That's it. If we're going to hit this 50,000, and also, Coleman, we are running on the MDA 501c3. If there's any businesses that wants to make a donation, they can contact me at 615-604-3554. That's my number. We'll send Dave over to pick it up. And, we welcome all donations. We don't care if it's $1 or $10,000. every dollar counts. You got to make them dollars to make them thousands, if you know what I mean.
And what did you say? You got 67 members of Loud and Obnoxious?
Yes, sir.
Or was it 57?
67.
67.
Yes, sir.
All of them going to be a part of this? All been working, helping, pretty much?
And then some.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and then some. And we've got people coming from all over the country. We've got people coming from Ohio. We've got people coming from Michigan, Arkansas, Virginia, Georgia, and maybe if they can get their stuff together, we've got a car club out in Lompoc, California that has contacted us. They've got rat rods, and they're looking for some place to go. And so we've been talking, and they may be there tomorrow, all the way from Lompoc, California.
And we actually have a motorcycle club that's actually making a ride, and they're doing a 4th of July ride to Washington, D.C., but they're making it a point to actually stop in to our event, and they have a projected anywhere between 600 to 1,200 riders that are going to roll in.
okay, but plenty to see, plenty to eat. It's from 10 to 5, and then, of course, there's the car show.
Yes, sir.
And at what point? Is it all day or?
Well, we're going to give the awards away somewhere about 3, 4 o'clock. O'Reilly's donated over 80 trophies for this event. So, that saved us a lot of money right there. But if, with the Wilson County Fair being canceled,
Yeah.
the Flex is going to be the fair of the year. Come out and get you some deep fried Snickers and Oreos and funnel cakes and all that good stuff that you like.
Tom, you got your back to the clock, but it's 7:30. We got to let you go. But thank you for coming out, and I appreciate being able to help you. Hope you can raise a lot of money for
Yes.
MDA. And Tom Bell and Dave Stover, thank y'all as well for being with us. And call me when we can help you. We'll do it again.
Thank you for putting us on, Coleman. We really appreciate it.
All right. That's part one of Coleman and Company. Keep it here for more. FM 98.9.
All right, it's now 7:30. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation and safety check. 1673 West Main, Bates Ford. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic's heavy, but it's moving down I-40 right now. Coming in from Wilson County up through Mount Juliet. Traffic still looks pretty good, not only there but by the airport, but also on I-40 at Charlotte Pike. All that traffic coming in from West Nashville from Dixon County. Hey, it's time to have some summertime fun at Adventures Unlimited on the Ocoee River. Book online today at adventuresunlimited.net. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
During this pandemic, people have cleaned out their closets, decluttered their homes, and improved their landscaping.
Well, now since your home is looking good, maybe you should think about selling it, but you don't have a clue what you might could get for it.
You can call us to come out and give you a market value price with no obligation.
Remember, don't make a move without us.
Call Judy Cox or Medina Himmentoller at Exit Rocky Top Realty, C&D Team, 443-3130.
With churches not being able to gather, we wanted to make sure our audience is aware of our regular Sunday morning programming. We call it God's Country. Starting at 7 to 7:15, it's Southern Gospel and Positive Country Music. Then at 7:15 to 7:30, Old Path Missionary Baptist with Brother Jason Wheely. From 7:30 to 8, it's The Gospel Show, hosted by Miss Dean. 8 o'clock, it's College Hills Church with Minister Wilson McCoy. At 8:30 to 9, it's Word of God broadcast by Ronnie Briley. From 9 to 9:30, Hillcrest Baptist Church with Pastor John Ferguson. From 9:30 to 10:30, it's Call on God Today, hosted by Brother Kenneth Bowen. At 10:30, it's another message from College Hills Church. From 11 to 11:30, Maple Hill Church with Minister Rob Long. And from 11:30 to noon, it's Southern Gospel and Positive Country Music. Join us each Sunday on WANT or WCOR or online at WANTFM.com.
In times of crisis, and especially when you're isolated, it helps to know someone has your best interest at heart. At Wilson Bank and Trust, standing strong for others has always been one of our most important roles, and we're still here for you now. Through these days of disruption and distancing, you can count on us to keep you connected with your financial services, and will continue to provide financial relief for households and businesses. Thanks for supporting our ongoing commitment to service. Working together, we'll weather this storm too. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Gregory Dental in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from University Medical Center. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
Scattered showers are in the forecast today, mainly in the afternoon hours. Temperatures this afternoon top out in the upper 80s. For Saturday, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds with a few scattered showers. Highs on Saturday climb into the upper 80s once again. More widespread rain moves in on Sunday. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty. Professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm meteorologist TJ Scott.
Coleman and Company, welcome to part 2. It is a Friday, and we're ready to talk about the C&D team of Exit Rocky Top Realty. We've got Medina here this morning, all by herself.
Good morning.
Well, you're not really by yourself, but as far as C&D team, you're by yourself.
That's
You're
right.
the lone representative.
That's
today.
exactly right.
Well, you're located on West Main Street. Wonderful people to work with. Great service they offer. Somebody answers the phone 24 hours a day, and that even is maybe sets you apart. I don't know. And I always like to say they're people you can trust, and I think people have trusted you and your parents and the whole C&D team for a long time.
Yeah, that's what we want to make everybody feel comfortable, and we want to have a relationship even after the sale of a home or the looking of a home, or even if you just keep looking. You know, we just want to have that relationship, and if we have never met you before, you know, we want to have that relationship afterwards, so that way you come back, or your kids come back, or grandparents, or whatever, you know, come back. And I think that's one of the things that we like to share and to give, is that we have families generationals.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the fun part for us too.
Well, you got a great listing, or I know you've got great listings, but you got one in particular you want to tell us about.
I've got 2 in particular.
All right.
I got 2 brand new ones this week.
Okay.
And they're both, one's coming soon and one is active as of this morning. But one of them is a lot. It is here in Lebanon off of Horn Springs Road in Plantation South. It's on 1919 Bonnie Blue Way. And it is one of the larger lots in Plantation South. It's on a cul-de-sac, and it's 1/4 of an acre. And it's a little sloped area lot, but it is beautiful. It's in a cul-de-sac, and it is one of the larger lots, and it's ready to be built on.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to bring your builder, and you need to pick out your plan, and let's get this house up for you on the lot. But it's listed at $79,900. And so, again, it's one of the larger lots in Plantation South, and it's the last lot on Bonnie Blue Way.
So, if you want to be the last one to build a home there.
That's right. You bring your builder, if you like it just to have the lot for an investment.
Mm-hmm.
The seller is selling because they decided not to build right now, so they're selling and get rid of it. But yeah, it's a beautiful lot, but it's in Plantation South, which is an up and continuing to grow subdivision.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right in town, right off Horn Springs Road, you know, Friendship Christian Schools right down the road.
Right.
So it's right in town, but it's $79,900 is what it's listed for.
All right. And what is your other list?
The other one is coming soon. We should have it up by this weekend, but it is behind Sam Houston School on Rockford Drive. And it is a little bit over 1,200 square feet. It's 3 beds, 2 full baths, a large kitchen with a eat-in area, a laundry room, a big living room, and a screened-in back porch.
Okay.
With a deep lot, and it's a very private lot in the back, a big tree line, so you don't see your neighbor behind you. You see your neighbors beside you, but you don't see them behind you. But it's a deep lot, and it is listed at $219,900.
Okay.
So that would be great for a first-time home buyer, a single family, a person that is just graduated college that wants to buy their first home, a young family with a little baby, however, it's, or it could be an elderly couple. It doesn't matter. But it's $219.9 and a little over 1,200 square feet with 3 beds and 2 full baths.
All right.
And it's in a great area. You'd be in the Sam Houston school zone.
Well, you just need to call 443-3130 and talk to Medina if you want to know more. Or
That's right.
Want to visit or whatever. You've talked about this before, but I think you've got it all worked out as far as seeing the properties that you list and so on. Somebody wanted to know more, see that house. What do they do?
Well, they would give us a call, and then we would set up the showing. And then, are you talking about how we're doing along the COVID? Is that what you're talking about?
Kind of getting at that. Yeah.
Okay. Then it's a vacant house, so it's not as strict as if somebody was living there. But however, gloves and mask, whatever the buyer would like to put on at that point for the vacant house. Now, if somebody is living in the house, then it would be a mask and gloves. We have several sellers now that we, of course, have their house listed, and they are providing the gloves and masks.
It's a little more relaxed if
it's vacant. It's a little bit more relaxed. Right. You are correct. Yes.
Okay. Anything else before we get to my guest this morning?
No. Just remember to give us a call. And the last 2 weeks we've talked about different properties or different lots, and every time we have left here the last 2 weeks, we have been getting calls, and we've got them under contract.
Oh,
well, at
wonderful.
that price of $219, it's going to go fast because there are not a lot in that
That's
price
exactly
range.
right.
So.
Yes.
Get a call today.
I do too. Plantation South, 919 Bonnie Blue Way for $79.9, and then 1324 Rockford Drive for $219.9.
All right. And give them a call, 615-443-3130. Just a reminder, we're going to be off next Friday, so it'll be 2 weeks before we talk to y'all again.
Oh, I got to do a lot of action by then.
Girl, you get to sleep in next Friday.
I hope that it's a great 2 weeks for you.
Yes.
And I hope you'll also always remember to...
Don't make a move without us.
Medina, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Medina Himatola, C&D team, Exit Rocky Top Realty. We're 20 before the hour, and you've probably heard her voice here. Terrific, Teresa. Teresa Botts from Lebanon Senior Citizen Centers here this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
I don't know whether I've even seen you in a month. Maybe, was it within the month that we came over and
You came back, but I think it was just right. It may have been the same day I was here. I think it was. I was here, and you said you had the boys and the girls of your four of the many grandchildren. And I said, oh my gosh, I'd love to see them. And I couldn't believe, more than anything, I think how much the boys had grown. Yeah. I don't think I've seen them in a while. And that is one thing that has been so great. Over my almost 19 years, and I can't believe I've been there. In October, it'll be 19 years. I have watched, people have a new grandchild they were so excited about, and then they have graduated from high school. And I'm thinking, and I've got to watch them all grow up, and that has been a lot of fun. And, it is fun. Our seniors are our friends, and we really miss everybody. We do. A lot of people will come through. A lot of them just call. They have my cell phone number. I was taking the trash out yesterday, and got a phone call while I was out there. But, it's just really been a lot of fun to watch our seniors as they progress. And, we've lost several of our seniors, and it's not because of the COVID, but I guess it would, in a normal time with that population, we will lose some, but we've lost several of our younger seniors. And, our nurse Harriet, and she was not in great health. She'd had a lot of health problems, but Harriet Cummings passed away just over the last week or so, and Cherry Chance as well. And they were some of our younger seniors. And so, and that's a hard part of working at a senior center, because we do lose a lot of our members. But the best part is we got to know them and got to love them. So,
Well, I don't think I gave you a really proper introduction here. Teresa Botts is the program director, among other things, at the Lebanon Senior Citizen Center. It comes here on the last Friday of every month, unless otherwise arranged.
Yeah. And we've been doing a little bit of everything. I was trying to think, what am I going to talk about? And, the big topic is, when will you ever get to reopen? We had plans of reopening next Wednesday, July the 1st. And then...
Are you telling me there's been a change?
Yes, because with, when Randall Hutto, the county mayor, sends out something that says we're in a state of emergency, our population is just so fragile.
Yeah.
And every time, we hear of a new COVID scare, Patty and I kind of and one of the main things is senior citizens are not the best at following rules, and we're going to have a lot of rules when we reopen. Sheriff Brian came to see me the other day, and we'll talk about that. But Mayor Bernie Ash is he wants our seniors to be safe. We love our seniors so much. With their safety and their health is our utmost concern. Mm-hmm. And he said, with all of this, a lot of the seniors, and at first they were saying that Mayor Hutto said mask would be required, and then they kind of came back and said, well, he can't require that. He can just recommend that. Right. But our numbers have spiked, and they say Wilson County is a hot spot, and we are so afraid that if one person comes in and is sick, everybody could possibly
So
be.
really because of that happened 2 days ago, I guess. It's been put on hold.
And, we expected that. I mean, when they started having the high school graduations and mass, gatherings, and, the kids are out playing ball again. And I'm seeing pictures on Facebook. They say, oh, baseball is a no-contact sport, but, I'm seeing pictures on Facebook of somebody winning the game ball and the whole team hugging them, So we kind of expected when everybody started gathering again that the numbers would go up. But, in that same sense, you have to live. And, if you got to do it at home all the time, it's tough. So I think we're trying to get the world to reopen, but we really are just trying to keep our seniors safe.
So what we do, playing it by ear, sort of?
We are. Patty and I yesterday, I said, I don't even know what to say. We had planned to reopen on July the 1st, but that will not happen. But we are, again, looking at, and it's just... who knows? It's our crystal ball. We'd love at this point, because we are making them require to call and make reservations. So we're looking at possibly, if the numbers go okay, and if we get the blessing of the county and city mayors, maybe that Tuesday, July the 7th, possibly opening, because they will have to call on Monday. So do we have enough time to talk about this now, or should we take a break?
We should take a break.
Okay, let's take a break because it's kind of lengthy.
This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:46. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks, Absolute Kubota and Rental. Large inventory of new and used Kubota mowers, RTVs, tractors, hay equipment, and more. Come in Saturday. Free popcorn. Check out the new Kubota products. 1325 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. I'm looking live at this crash out here on 40 westbound. It's right near Stewart's Ferry Pike. It's not blocking traffic, but people are really slowing down the rubberneck. And of course, you got all this traffic flow coming in from Wilson County out of Mount Juliet right now here on 40 westbound at Stewart's Ferry Pike as we look live at this accident. Starting to really pick up also on 65 there at Trinity Lane. Hey, Bar's Music City Soul Food is now open right behind the Bank of America on Nolensville Pike at OHD. Log on to barsmusiccitysoulfood.com. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Someday you may wake up and think, I'm running out of time to do something about retirement. Waypoint Financial Partners can help you do something now that may provide a solid future for you and your family. Waypoint, your future, your way. For more information, call the Lebanon office of Waypoint Financial Partners at 615-444-6548. Securities and investment advisory services offered through AXA Advisors, LLC, 212-314-4600. Member FINRA, SIPC. Coleman Company, our final segment here on a Friday morning. Release the project with us. Breaking news from the Lebanon.
Breaking news. You know, I've done this. It is, and I have done this. You know, when we closed in March, we didn't know how long we'd be closed. I would have never dreamed. We're going on 4 months now, and we've worked hard. Everybody said, "Woo, y'all have had a vacation." I may not have ever worked as hard as I have worked during this time, but I planned the month of April. You know, I planned everything. I did a calendar. We did a newsletter. And then we had to say, you know, we can't open. I planned the month of May. We did a newsletter. We did a calendar. And then I have to call everybody and say, hey, you know, we set this up. Sorry, we're not going to be able to do it. And then I planned the month of June. And then about 2 days before we were going to send the newsletter out, Patty said, no, we're not even going to put those activities. We're not going to open in June. So then I had to take everything off the calendar, put things in to do, like read a book, you know, go plant some flowers. Yeah. And so I had planned the month of July, and I'm always hopeful with everything. I tried to plan the month of July cautiously, trying to plan things where, you know, people want to come in. I've got my exercise room set up where I normally would have 35 people. I have 20 chairs set up because every square is a foot. You know how we measure for cornhole. Mm-hmm. And so there is going to be 6 feet between every chair, front, back, left, right. It's going to be different. And so what our story will be when and if we ever do get to reopen, which may be Tuesday, July the 7th, and it may not. You know, as we watch the numbers increase again, we just have to be careful. And it's hard when you're a senior. I've had several of my seniors that say, well, I'm going to die before you let me come back. You know.
And you got one pool player who is up in his 80s.
In his 90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he's still calling almost every day, you know. And
he's good, too.
And he is good. And so many of the seniors have lived through so much. Mm-hmm. And they're like, you know, I survived that, and I'll survive this too.
I survived World War II, but I can't.
And if I didn't survive it, if I don't survive it, it's okay. I'm going to have fun going out, you know. And I know a lot of people have that same mentality. And I kind of did until my little grandson was born. And now I try to be really like, Sunday morning, my husband said, okay, we're going to church. And I said, no, because we're going to see Hudson. And I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to be clean, and my hair is clean, my skin is clean, my clothes are clean. I'm not going to go to church and be around people's germs. And because I wanted to see my grandson. And he's 8. Well, he'll be 8 weeks old on Sunday now. But, you know, we have other people to be considerate of. You know, when they talk about the face mask, you know, it's not always for you. It's about the other people. And this is just a tough time. There are so many people that feel strongly on both sides. I kind of ride the fence down the middle. You know, I hate wearing a mask, but I don't want to make somebody else sick. And, you know, it's hard. This has been a really tough time. But when and if we do reopen, we are going to only be able to allow 100 people, not including our staff. Some of our staff has chosen not to come back, so we're having to, you know, hire some new staff as well. It's going to be a challenge for our staff. Yeah. But only 100 people can walk through the door a day, not be in the building at a time. And we are so hopeful that never will that whole 100 people be in the dining room, although we have set up the dining room where it can safely hold 100 people. It's a big room. But, you know, we're hoping some of them are going to be in the pool room. We're only going to leave 3 pool tables open, and we're going to close 3 so that people are not close together. Only going to allow 15 people in the pool room at a time. We don't have the staff to patrol that. So we're, you know, we've kind of said, if y'all don't follow these rules, then the higher powers that be are going to come over and go, you know what? Close it down. Close it down. And it's tough. Yeah. This has been so tough, and we're all fine until we got a little scared. You know, I won't say a lot, but got a little scared about, you know, some people that possibly we deliver meals to, and their facility may have a couple of cases of COVID. And then we go, oh, wow, you know, what do we do? And And as my son says, I don't want them sticking that thing in my nose and taking a brain sample. It is not a pleasant test. I've not had it done, don't really want to have it done, but it's really not a pleasant test to have done when they have to do that test. But that would be very minor compared to the symptoms that you would have if you had COVID. Yeah. So, this has been tough, and it's real. And I'm a my cup is half full person, so I'm trying to keep my joy through all of this. But it is very real.
All right, I want to ask you about three things.
Ask me.
Cornhole, shuffleboard, the birthday party.
Okay, we are planning cornhole. I actually was able to had those lights that hang down in the exercise room down the middle. I said, I need this room. I need this room for cornhole. I can't do cornhole in that little room. Please, 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 help, help, help. Patty said, take the lights down. The guys from maintenance came and capped over the lights down the middle, and we will be able to play cornhole in the big room. Right. I will still have to limit how many are in there. So, if 40 people want to come sit and watch cornhole, they're going to have to make an appointment. If we do cornhole, maybe some of the people are going to have to stay in the dining room and visit while we're playing cornhole. But we will be able to play cornhole. It's how safe you feel. And if I have people that say, well, I don't think it's safe to play cornhole, then I say, don't come play. Yeah. Don't come play. We've got sanitizing wipes. We have hand sanitizer. We have sanitizer spray. It'll be available in all the rooms, and if you don't feel safe, bring your stuff, bring your sanitizer. But yes, we will be touching the same cornhole bags. So in between games, we've got spray. We'll really try to spray them down. Probably going to say, Coleman, don't touch the orange bags because they're not your bags. Let them get their bags. We're going to do our best, but we can't promise you that you wouldn't get sick. We're going to try to do cornhole. The shuffleboard court got repainted and redone, and we will try. We'll probably have to, like I said, say let's use the wipes and wipe the sticks down when you get done for the next person. The birthday party, we did talk to MJ and Susie, and we're hoping to have the birthday party. We're not having the dance. We will not be having dances. We're not going to encourage people touching each other. Yeah. You definitely can't social distance. Like our line dance class, we're probably going to ask them not to have more than about 15 or 20 people in that room. If they'll follow the rules, they can safely come in and line dance if they'll keep their distance. And we're going to try. We're going to give it a shot. But we kind of laughed when we said we were only going to be open on that Wednesday and Thursday. That it was going to be a trial, and if they didn't behave, and it has to be manageable for our staff. We have a very small staff, and it's smaller than it was. And if it's not manageable for our staff, we used to utilize a lot of volunteers. We're not going to be able to do that now. And if our staff can't handle it, then we can't do it,
Well, what about lunch and the servers, and have you
the
gone through
staff
that?
will be serving. It's going to be all staff done. And like I said, our staff is smaller. And so after I serve lunch,
you're going to be doing lunch instead of pouring coffee?
I'll be doing both, maybe. I hope. I hope that I'll be able to come. And hopefully our crowds will be smaller. Yeah. The most we'll have inside the building will be 100. Also, we're going to do to-go orders when we do get reopened. But we've got to rethink that as well, because everybody's got to come in one door. They're going to get their temperature taken. If we catch you opening another door for another person to come in a door that's locked, we're going to send you home and them home too. And you might not ever get another reservation. Oh boy. But, and I said, we've never said no to anybody. We've never turned anybody away, and we're going to have to. And once you come and I say, you know what, you're not on my list of 100, I'm sorry, you'll have to go home. What? But it's just me. I'm one person. Yeah, but there's 25 of y'all that said that. So yeah, if you don't have a reservation, I'm going to say, I'm so sorry you're not on my list and you're going to have to go home. We're going to offer to put them on for the next day if there's space. It's not going to be easy, and we're not looking forward to being mean because we don't like to say no to anybody. I'm not good at saying no, but I will have to, or Mayor Ash will say, you didn't follow the rules, Teresa. We're going to have to close the door. It's not going to be easy. It's just not going to be easy, but we think it's worth it to get our seniors back in the building. I get a lot of phone calls and they say, I am hungry. I am sick of hamburgers from a drive-through, and I'm sick of peanut butter and jelly and chicken noodle soup. I'm hungry. I want some of your good meals. We are actually sending out about 80 meals on Homebound with volunteer deliverers, where we used to do about 45. We're really trying to accommodate. We're still shopping for people and getting their supplies. One really fun thing we've done is some Facebook Lives. And this week, my guest was Robert Bryan, the sheriff, and he sat down and he was cute. He said, well, I feel like I'm on Coleman. And I've had a lot of fun interviewing people. And I brought a little list. These are on our Facebook Live. If you want to watch some funny videos, if you have to like the Lebanon Senior Citizen Center on Facebook, go in and like us. Go to our library of videos. We have had Scott Graham from SS Graham. He did flower arranging, and that was really fun. I got to interview PJ Hardy with I said, PJ, I don't want to hear about Lebanon. I want your story. And if you want to learn about PJ Hardy and how he got here from
Chicago.
No, he was born in Vietnam. Yeah. His mother was in Vietnam. His father did, I think, 8 tours, and he was created over there and moved to Chicago when he was like 8. Oh, okay. So, Coleman, you didn't watch my video.
No, I
Shame
don't have time.
on you.
I've been on.
I know, and you've got a nice tan, Coleman. You've been out in the yard more.
Yeah. Go ahead, will you, Scott?
We've had Kim Lacey doing chair yoga. Rick Bell came and did Lebanon trivia. Mark Carruth has done a few sing-alongs. The week that Patty wasn't there, I had to use my phone and nobody was helping me man it, and we did it sideways, but it was still pretty sing-along. Mayor Ash has been there. We did it in the kitchen with Patty and Teresa. We did smoothies, everything you can do with frozen bananas. I did microwave mug cakes. They're really good. We've got a karaoke live on the Facebook Live. Carol came and she and I sang. We even got Patty to do God Bless the USA with us. So we've had a lot of fun trying to entertain people. Our Facebook Lives are very entertaining, I can assure you, because we are so goofy and it's live and unrehearsed. So we hope to get you guys back in. All we can say is watch our Facebook page, look on our website, give us a call. We hope to get everybody back in, but when you do, please be patient, follow the rules, and if we say, I'm sorry, you're not on our list, you didn't call in, don't get mad at us. Just give us another chance the next day.
All right. Thanks for being with us. We'll
Thank
see you next
Coleman.
month.